And we're live, everybody. Welcome in here to Behind the Arc Basketball once again on YouTube tonight for the play-by-play of this game. Number 11, Louisville taking on Syracuse for this one. Welcome in, everyone. Thanks so much for stopping by here. Just going to scroll up the chat and see everyone who is tuned in here. The Mod Squad indeed has come out here. So let's see what is good. Midwest Sports, first one on the channel. Let's see. Chicago Plays. Welcome in, my man Jason. What is good? Vegas Vix. Low Man No Sports. Ryan, Patrick, thanks so much, guys, for stopping by once again. Alex pointing out, looks like CJ Frederick for Iowa might not miss out tomorrow. Read in the newspaper this morning there, so we'll keep an eye on tomorrow's game as they take on Ohio State at 7 Eastern time tomorrow, 24 hours from now. But here we go, Syracuse versus Louisville. I'll be calling play-by-play in a little bit, everybody, for this game. This one taking place at the home court of the Cardinals, number 11 in the nation, 21-5 overall. 12-3 in the ACC. They did drop their last two games, though, due to poor shooting by their leading player here, Jordan Nwora, trying to bounce back as he has just had two rough goings on. 1 for 6 against Georgia Tech, 1 for 5 against Clemson, as this team's trying to bounce back after shooting the ball at a very low 34 and 35% from the floor during the last two losses against the Yellow Jackets and the Tigers. So let's see what goes on for this game. Syracuse rebuilding season this year, 14-11, 7-7 in the ACC conference. Watch out for Syracuse next season, I would say. 3 juniors in the starting 5. Elijah Hughes, the leading scorer. Sophomore Buddy Boeheim, the coach's son, right behind him in scoring. And then they have a freshman, and Joe Girard, who dropped down 30 points against North Carolina State about 8 nights ago. Hey, welcome in. Jack is back here on the channel. Thanks so much for stopping by, Jack, again. Let's see here. Hall of Fame coach Lefty Drysdale in his senior season, he averaged 24.6 points per game, 11.7 rebounds per game, 2.5 blocks per game. So massive season for Lefty Drysdale's senior season there. Alex is putting out with an incredible double-double. He puts out about Luka Garza was in high school, early life in high school. He grew up in Virginia suburbs of Washington, D.C., and Garza was coached by, who is talking about, Chuck Drysdale, the son of basketball. Awesome, man. I did not know that, so thanks so much for the update there. Let's see, Vegas Vix, one of his favorite drill rappers, artists out in New York. Oh, man, I heard about that. That's terrible, man. Oh, man, prayers out to him, his family, the record industry, the company that he is at, man. Prayers out to the rap music industry. That is terrible. Yes, Syracuse should be really good next season. This year's rebuilding. As this game gets tipped off, Louisville going right to left in the court. Syracuse going left to right. As this ball gets tipped off, Louisville has it. They pass it around the perimeter. They take a 3. It is up. It is good. Just like that, the Cardinals on top here. 3-zip. Top of the key 3 going down by Louisville. Syracuse going into orange jerseys for tonight's game with the white lettering and the white numbers. Louisville in the white uniforms. And they got the red numbers and letters for this one with a black outline. Syracuse has it. First possession, top of the key. Into the hands of Boeheim. Boeheim, the coach's son. Bounce pass, low post. Backing their way in there by Syracuse, and they turn it over. Cardinals basketball. Louisville has it in transition now. Going to the hole. They too strong off the backboard. No good there. On the layup by Dwayne Sutton. Gets a rebound. Offensive rebound, they get it. Nwora puts up the 3. No good. Top of the key. Rebound by Syracuse. Syracuse with the basketball. They dribble past the half-court logo. 18:50 left to go in the first half, as we just started. Thanks so much, Weston, for joining me back on the channel, updating me with some more scores throughout college basketball tonight. He's got me on Auburn, Georgia here. 2-zip Auburn, starting out the game right now. Pop Smoke. Yeah, I heard about that today. So that was the rapper's name. Man, unfortunate tragedy that happened today with Pop Smoke. I heard about that, brother. Syracuse with the basketball now. Left wing perimeter. Elijah Hughes has it. Dribbling at the free throw circle. Takes a jumper. It is up. No good. Rolled around the rim. Rebound Cardinals. Cardinals now with the basketball. Dribbles past the half-court logo. They have it top of the key. Into the hands of Darius Perry. Perry passes it low post inside over to Williams. And we get a foul on the low post. Stops the clock with 18:27. Yep, Drew Brees is staying for the Saints for another season. So Drew Brees back with New Orleans once again. Louisville will go to the line, shoot 2 with Jordan Nwora. He only had 5 points, by the way, against Clemson back on Saturday. He was 1 for 5 from the floor. First shot, he's good. Looking for a bounce-back game, he had the prior to the Georgia Tech and Clemson, where they won those 2 games. He looked sharp, had 21 against Wake Forest, 22 against the #1 defense in college basketball, the Virginia Cavaliers. That shot's good. War hits them both at the free throw line, quick 5-zip score. Syracuse with the basketball, dribbles past the half-court logo with Joe Girard. Girard, top of the key, passes over to Boeheim, back over to Girard. Girard now guarded by Williamson. Passes, lobs it over the top. That ball tipped, deflected, and almost stolen by Louisville. They pass it back to Clemson in the low post with a lot of contact. And Clemson gets fouled. Syracuse gets fouled, and they'll go to the free throw line and shoot 2 here. Syracuse and Clemson having the same jerseys, basically, as I'm looking at them. But, yeah, for Syracuse, the Orange will go to the line with Marek Dolezaj here and shoot 2. 18-12 left to go as Louisville last played against Clemson back on Saturday. Who that nation, baby? Here, my man Jason on the channel here, brother. Thanks so much for stopping by once again. First shot good at the free throw line by Syracuse. 5-1 the score. Second shot coming up by the Orange, and that one's good. 3-point game right now. Do I think the Lions should be keeping Darius Slay? Yes, I think he's definitely a huge help there as far as veteran presence to help out the defense. They need to keep him. I would say not to move on from him. Right wing 3, they take it and Louisville hits it from behind the arc. Samuel Williamson drains down that triple. 8-2. Louisville dropping the points right now. Syracuse with the basketball. Oh, we got a dono in here. Thanks so much, my man Jack. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome here on the channel once again. 8-2 now the score. Syracuse gets tangled up with a basketball with Louisville. It's going to say tie of possession now or goes back to the Orange. Coming in clutch already, and we just started the night. I appreciate it so much, Jack, here. You guys are awesome on the channel. Syracuse with the basketball off the inbounds. Michigan leading Rutgers early on. Thanks so much for the update, Weston. 8-7 the score. Syracuse passes back. That's a deep 3 up in the air, and they hit it. Got some range showing it from downtown as that one drops down right there by Elijah Hughes, the junior. 8-5 the score. Louisville with the basketball. The Cards are 2 for 3 from behind the arc. Syracuse just hit their first. Sutton passes left baseline into the hands of David Johnson. It tips off of him, and Syracuse steals it. Ball goes back to the Orange now. They have it at the right wing to Elijah Hughes. Hughes hands it off now to Girard. Girard passes over to the right wing to Boeheim. The ball goes off his fingertips and goes out of bounds. So, loss of control of the basketball. Turnover by the Orange, and Louisville will get it right back. Hey, welcome in, Matty Joe, my man. Thanks so much for stopping by here once again. Oh, wow. I did not hear that. NFL really trying to change the whole playoffs? Now, Vegas Vix is putting out here. I heard a week ago about the MLB with a crazy MLB playoffs trying to get to like 14 teams for the player goes off the mark. And that's going to be a rebounding foul on the Orange. So the ball goes back to Louisville. 16:36 left to go in the first half. Cardinals will get back to basketball here off the start out for the Cardinals now. He is 2 for 2. Welcome to the channel. Jay Sutton here. Thanks so much for stopping by and finding my channel. I appreciate it. If I were to draft the Detroit Lions, Alex is a fan of the Lions, who would I draft in 2020? Basically, like, any, like, top defender, I would say. They need, like, a lot of help in their secondary, so whoever's on the board, like, a top defender from, like a big power conference school, like an Alabama or a Georgia, or, like, a good defender up on the draft board that's in the secondary would help, like, a lot. 11-5 now the score. Louisville just missed a 3-point shot. They got the offensive rebound and called a timeout. So 16 minutes left to go. If anybody's new here on the channel, feel free. Hit the like, hit the thumbs up down below, hit the subscribe button as well. I call play-by-play basketball action here. College basketball in the March Madness tournament. NBA on the channel as well. As this is the first one tonight. Louisville coming in right now a half a game behind Duke at the top of the conference. 12-3 in the ACC. And Syracuse right now is 7-7 in the conference. More of a rebuilding season this year for Syracuse. We'll take a look at the leading scores in just a second. But great start off here for the Louisville Cardinals. Leading the way, Ryan McMahon, as he's got 6 points to start out so far from the 3-ball by Ryan. So let's see here. NFL wants to get a 17-game schedule. Thanks so much for the updates, guys. Yeah, I did not see that. That was like back in the news, like back in the off season last year. But oh, here we go. 14 playoff teams likely in new NFL CBA. So that's according to sources. I'm just bringing up this article right now over on ESPN. So yeah, that's why I didn't see it. It was like 15 minutes before tip-off that this article was posted here. But they're trying to go for the same thing as the MLB, basically. That's what they're trying to do. I mean, the MLB is going for 14 as well, and they want like some of the top seeds to choose their playoff opponents, which is just I would not want that at all. Just it's kind of like this day in life, like you choose your own playoff opponents. Makes zero sense. Right now we're just on break. We're gonna update leading scores throughout the game tonight. Right now, so. Leading the way in the starting five for the Louisville Cardinals, Ryan McMahon 6 points, Dwayne Sutton with 3, Jordan Vora with 2 so far for the Cardinals. For Syracuse, leading scorer tonight, Elijah Hughes 3 points off a deep 3 from the top of the key, and 2 points by Marek Dolajaz. So that's the numbers so far in this game right now, and we'll be back to action. Memphis up against ECU 8-2. Thanks so much, Weston, with a scoreboard update. Jay is just waiting till Syracuse gets D.R. Johnson. Yes, Syracuse is in rebuilding mode this season. Next season, they're going to be definitely to take note to watch out for. But, yeah, they got a 5-star recruit coming to Syracuse. So, oh, wow, he committed about 12 days ago. So, yeah, February 7th, he made the announcement over on Twitter. He'll be a member of Syracuse for next season. 5-star recruit. Next season, Syracuse, if they retain these starters they got now, because none of them are seniors, they have 0 seniors who have played any minutes this season for Syracuse. 3 juniors in the starting 5, a freshman in Joe Girard, and the sophomore, the coach's son, Buddy Boeheim. So right now we're going to get back to action. 16 minutes left to go in the first half. Inbound coming up for Louisville. They pass the basketball low post into the hands of Sutton. Takes the jumper, no good off the mark. It's rebounded by Syracuse into the hands of number 34, Barama Sidibe. Dribbles it past half court now. The Orange with the basketball. They put him to the hands of Hughes. Elijah Hughes at the left wing perimeter. Dribbles to the top of the key, swings it back out to the left wing here to Girard. Girard with the basketball. If you guys are new, feel free. Drop the like at the sub here as I call play-by-play. They pass it back over to Hughes. Hughes with the ball. Over to Boeheim. Takes a deep 3. 25-footer. No good. Hits the front rim. A rebound by Louisville. Cardinals here with the ball. Dribbles past the half-court logo. They're going to set it up now into the hands of Dwayne Sutton. Top of the key. Moving towards the left wing of the perimeter. Now into the hands of David Johnson. Had a massive game against Duke last month. Johnson passes back out. That's a 3 taken. Vora, no good off the mark. Ball tipped up in the air. Rebounds by Quincy Guerrier of Syracuse. Orange with the basketball. 15 minutes remaining before halftime. Top of the free throw circle for Hughes. Passes over to Boeheim. Boeheim now with the basketball right wing. Dribble drive. Boeheim. Bounce pass over to the left baseline to his teammate Syracuse working back outside. Swings it over to the right corner. Goes out of bounds. Turnover. Bad pass by Syracuse, not even close to Quincy Guerrier. Goes out of bounds. 14:45 left to go in the first half. Let's see. I'll go right back in here on the chat right now. Vaughn putting out 6 games wildcard weekend. That is crazy with 3 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday. That's insane. So adding in 14 teams to the playoffs, that is crazy. Just the amount of like difficulty the top seed has to like get all the way to the Super Bowl. Louisville goes inside. They got fouled and they'll shoot 2 coming up at the free throw line. 11-5 to score. So if the NFL changes the playoffs here, according to Vegas Fix, they put 7 teams from each conference in the postseason, with only the top seed on each side of the bracket receiving a bye. That is crazy. Wow. 14.5 left to go. First shot at the free throw line. Cardinals hit it. As that one is good by Malik Williams. They got themselves a 7-point lead. Michigan up against Rutgers. Weston with an update. 14-8 is the score. Thanks so much for the update. If you guys are new to the channel, feel free, hit the like, hit the thumbs up down below, hit the subscribe button. As I call play-by-play, college basketball, NBA, March Madness on the channel. Shot number 2, no good. At the line by Williams. Rebound by Syracuse. Orange with the basketball past half court. They bounce passes over to the top of the key, into the hands of Dolajaz. Passes back out to the left wing. Girard takes a 3. It is up. It is good. Syracuse with a triple. 4-point lead right now, 12-8 to score. 14-10 left to go in the first half. Louisville moving it around the perimeter at the left wing. Sutton. Bounce pass over now. Low post. Johnson kicks it back out to the right wing. They move it over to the left wing. Sutton takes the three. It is up. It is money. Dwayne Sutton knocking down the triple for Louisville in the response for a 3-point shot. Under 14 left to go in the first half. Syracuse basketball. They dribble past the half-court logo. Passing it over to the left wing perimeter now. Into the hands of Gerard. Gerard, top of the key. Bounce pass. Low post now to Dolajaj. Dolajaj kicks it back out to the right wing. They move it back to the top. Boeheim takes a three. No good off the mark. Rebounds by the Cardinals with the basketball is Williams. Williams passes back up. Full court pass right ahead of the pack. They move it out to Johnson. Johnson, floater, and the key. He's got it. 2 points right there. Louisville adds in another one. 17-8 the score right now at home with 13:20 left to go in the first half. Vegas Vic's putting out, if the NFL actually does this, he is not watching the NFL ever again. That's so much football. So much football now. It's just insane what they're trying to do to the limits to compete basically against like the XFL now. Syracuse in the low post just put up the shot. That one's good by Quincy Guerrier for 2. 17-10 to score. Louisville with a jumper, no good at the free throw circle. Battle for the rebound. They get it. Offensive board. Williams a little bit off the mark. Too strong. They get another offensive rebound, and the Cardinals get fouled. And they'll go back to the line and shoot 2. I believe it'll be with Dwayne Sutton right here at the free throw line to shoot 2 with 12:52. So right now we're just on break. If you guys are new to the channel, feel free to hit the like, hit the sub here as I call play-by-play. If anybody's new, let me know down in the chat below who you're a fan of in this game. If you're a Syracuse fan or a Louisville fan, let me know down in the chat below. First shot, that one's up, no good, hit the front rim. And of course, Alex loves Iowa here, so he puts out, Iowa offers a scholarship to 4-star Malachi Brenham for 2021. I'm sorry to hear that, Jack. Life could be worse, he puts out. You could be a Tennessee fan this year. Yeah, that team was all basically a lot of seniors from last season and upperclassmen, losing Admiral Schofield, Grant Williams, Jordan Bone. It's like a rebuilding year this season for Tennessee as Louisville hits their shot at the free throw line. 18-10 to score. Syracuse going inside right now with the basketball, puts it up and in. But, yeah, Kansas State's in the same boat this season. Virginia Tech is another team who made the tournament that's struggling this year. Louisville going inside, puts it up and in for another 2-point jumper. 20-12. Next season, I expect Seton Hall to fall towards, like, the bottom of the Big East. They're going to lose a ton in the offseason. I think Miles Powell, I believe, is a senior, so that is it for him this year. This is his last season. As Syracuse just turned it over around the perimeter. Dolajaz passed it over to the left wing and it went out of bounds. That is turnover number 6 already for the Qs, and we're through the first 8 minutes of this game right now. Louisville takes a 3. It's off the mark. No good. They get the offensive rebound with a foul on it, and it will be a foul. The refs will say, is it on Wara? I think it's on Wara, as we're going to go to commercial break in just a moment. I'll check here to double check to see who the foul was on. It was on the rebound, though, as it stops the clock with 11:58 left to go in the first half. So, yeah, foul on the rebound by Jordan Wara, so Syracuse will have the basketball right back after break. Texas A&M tied up against Alabama. 14-14 is the score. Yep, same here, Vegas Vic's. Can watch Lamar just breaking ankles all day. Classic. Welcome to the channel, Dark Cardinal 71. Thanks so much for stopping by. Who am I rooting for? I'm actually not a fan of either of these teams. I'm from Massachusetts, by the way, so I'm a fan of Providence and Rhode Island for college basketball. But if I had to predict this game to say who would win it, I do like Louisville in this game. I cannot picture Louisville losing a 3rd straight game in a row tonight, and they're at home, much better team at home. I've got the Cards in this one in tonight's game. And they're the favorite tonight by 9 points. Syracuse, this is more of a rebuilding season for Syracuse. Watch out for them next season, though. They're going to be, like, really good next year for Syracuse if everybody stays in the roster and they land up. And they've got a really good 5-star recruit coming for next season as well. So let's see here. Right back on break. Ken Holland here on the channel. New and from his hometown here. Awesome, Louisville, Kentucky. Thanks so much for stopping by, Ken Holland. I appreciate it for finding my channel. It means a ton to me as well. Chris Mack is Dark Cardinal 71's cousin. Well, there you go. Classic there. So, cousin with the head coach. Thanks so much for finding my channel. I appreciate it. Providence is pretty solid. Yeah, they struggled big time in November, but they have turned the ship right now in the correct direction. They had some bad losses back in non-conference play. Long Beach State they lost to by 1 point, but right now they just somehow, someway managed to find big games to win. They beat Seton Hall over on the weekends. They're going to have to keep on doing that if they're going to make the tournament, but don't count out Providence just yet. I bet you Providence will play in the play-in game as a 12 seed against USC. Friars are pretty solid. I would say now they're doing much better, though, than November. Much better during conference play right now, especially the month of February. Coming off wins against Creighton and Butler, everybody's talking about Creighton being like a Final Four team now. Well, did you realize they lost at the dunk? They got crushed against Providence at the dunk. But yeah, that's basically like an egg they laid on against Providence. But Providence right now has been just much better. We'll see what they can do against Georgetown because they laid an egg last week against St. John's, and if they hadn't lost against St. John's, they would be in the tournament conversation right now for sure. So currently we're just on break. Hey, welcome on the channel, AK16. Thanks so much for stopping by again. Georgia leading Auburn 16-12 is the score. Thanks so much for the update here. Weston with his scoreboard update. Texas A&M up against Alabama 20-14. Just going to scroll up here in just a moment. I saw, I think it was a Siena scoreboard update just a moment ago. Iona taking on Siena 14-9 to score in that game, as that's part of the MAAC conference. So those two teams playing tonight. Usually that conference bid, that's where I think Quinnipiac plays for their team. Quinnipiac, Niagara, Canisius, all in that conference. Usually that conference gets like a 16 play-in seed game. As we're back to action here, 20-12. 11:40 left to go in the first half. Syracuse misses the three-point ball and gets rebounded by Louisville. Cardinals with the basketball. They have it at the right wing perimeter. Passes back on top to Kimball. Kimball with the basketball now top of the key. Vegas Vix imagines me playing for URI. For me to be the next Fats Russell at URI, the little guy that's just so speedy in the court. No good on the slam dunk at the left baseline. No foul either. Syracuse gets the rebounds as they go up with a ton of contact right there. The foul inside the low post as that was Marek Dolajaj. Falling down to the ground, trying to go in for the reverse-handed layup with a ton of contact. So 20-12 is the score. My thoughts about Xavier. They've been like back and forth bubble team too. Xavier's right now in the bubble. I think they'll make it in too. They'll probably make it in as an 11 or 10 seed, most likely for Xavier. So Marek Dolajaj going to the free throw line to shoot 2 shots here for Syracuse. They trail by 8, 11:15 left to go. The Big East, though, is just so competitive. There's only 2 teams I wrote out of the Big East right now. St. John's and DePaul, that is it. Everybody else, fair shot to get to the tournament. The only way that St. John's and DePaul can make it in, they have to win the Big East title. First shot good by Dolajaj. Second shot, no good. Rebounds by Louisville. They're up by 7 with 11:10 left to go. If you guys are new, feel free, hit the like, hit the sub here as I call play-by-play. Cardinals pass it over a low post. They put up the jumper. That one's up, and that one is good for 2. As they add on to it, they're up by 9 right now for the Cardinals off the jumper by Stephen Anok. Syracuse with the basketball top of the key. Into the hands of Gerard. Gerard dribbling towards the right corner perimeter now to the right wing. Swings it back out to the top here to Gurrier. Gurrier. Back over to Hughes. Hughes dribbling now. Low post. Puts up his shot. Banks it up. No. Is it going to count? Yep, it does. So it actually does count right there. It looked like it was a little bit too strong, but he was able to rattle it home in there and it counted for 2. 10.5 left to go. 7-point game. Cardinals with the basketball top of the key now. Into the hands of Kimball. Kimball passes back out to Wara. Wara takes the 3. Left wing. No good off the mark. Hits the back line. Rebound in Syracuse. Orange with the basketball. Dribble drive. Into low post. Gerard puts it up. Banks it home for 2. 22-17. This has been a good one. 5-point game right now. So let's hear. Butler up by 6 at the half against Seton Hall. Seton Hall, like a week ago, I thought Seton Hall would be a Final Four team, but Seton Hall past couple of games dropping down Louisville. Dishes it inside. A lot of contact. Ball gets tipped. Stolen away, though, by Syracuse with no foul. Right now, Iowa would play Wichita State, and Ryan would pick Wichita State for that game. I'm not too comfortable with any American team, in my opinion. I don't like Houston to make it past the first round. Like any of those American teams, I'm not comfortable on at all. The missed shot by Syracuse leads to the rebound by Louisville, which they go up the court, go with a floater, they hit it in at the right elbow for 2. 24-17 to score, 9:30 left to go in the first half. They have it at the left wing of the perimeter. But I really don't like any team from the American Conference to make it past the first round in the tournament. Also, the Pac-12. The Pac-12 I'm not really a big fan of. As Syracuse misses the 3, rebound by the Cardinals with 9:15 left to go. Louisville has it. Low post inside. They put up the jumper. That one's off the mark. Ball tipped out of bounds. Last touched in the low post by a knock, so it goes out of bounds by him, and Syracuse will get it right back. So let's see here. Only 246 seats left in the arena for tickets out of 60,000 there for tomorrow's game against Iowa against Ohio State. That's insane. Wow. Let's see here on the chat. Yep, Rhode Island would play Wisconsin right now. So it'll be me and Vegas Vix's team going up against Midwest Sports' team. I know Chris from Midwest Sports was in here in the chat earlier today, but he's a huge Wisconsin fan. And from Madison as well. As we got a 7-point game. 9 minutes left to go. 24-17 to score. Syracuse with the basketball. Top of the key. Hughes passes over now to the left wing. Dribble drive inside. They float it up. It goes around the rim. No good. Missed shot by Dolajaj. Rebound by the Cardinals. Cardinals with the basketball. Thank you so much, Weston. I appreciate it. He puts out that he loves my show. Let's see here. Yeah, don't put your team name in the chat just multiple times, says. That will lead it to being deleted here, removed on the chat. Low post, Louisville. Try to go inside, and we get a foul. And the low post committed by Syracuse with 8:33 on the clock. As that was Malik Williams inside the low post. So non-shooting foul. Syracuse picks up their 4th foul of the first half. So it'll be an inbound in the front court by Louisville. They pass it all the way to the back of the front court. Swings it over to the left wing. Into the hands of Williamson. Left baseline dribble. Floats up this one. Air ball. And it gets tipped out of bounds. Last touched as it was fought for between a Syracuse and Louisville player. But the refs say it's out of bounds by the Orange. So the Cardinals will get it right back. Don't sleep on this one kid who graduated last June. He went to Woonsocket. Going to be a beast in college basketball, Vegas Vix putting out here. I hope that I'll be able to call a game with him someday. Call a game with him in it someday. That would be awesome. Louisville. Off the inbound. They put up the jumper off the pass. That one's good. 9-point lead once again by the Cardinals. Syracuse has it. 8:10 left to go. Elijah Hughes, left elbow, takes the jumper. No good, hits the front rim. Rebounds by the Cardinals with 8 minutes left to go. Louisville dribbles past the half-court logo. They have it at the top of the key, moves over to Sutton. Sutton swings it back out to the left wing. Kimball with the basketball. Kimball passes back over to Sutton. Back over to Kimball. Shot fake. Passes over to left corner Williamson. Clears some space. Oh, nice feed inside, but they lost control of the ball. Ball tipped out of bounds, though, by number 1, Quincy Guerrier, Syracuse. So the Cardinals will get it back. Timeout on the court right now. 7:50 left to go in the first half. Let's see here. Gonna post in here in the chat. Feel free. Join me back after this game. Part of a doubleheader once again tonight. Duke taking on North Carolina State for the next game right after this one for play-by-play over on the channel for the second game of the doubleheader tonight. So right now we're on break. I'll go right back to the chat. Vermont has a 12 seed playing Oregon. I like Vermont in the tournament. I really do. I believe that Vermont can get a first round victory there. I bet you. I like Vermont in the tournament. I like Northern Iowa in the tournament. I like East Tennessee State as well to get a first round win. And it all depends on the matchup for Yale. Teams that I think that will lose in the first round: West Virginia, Butler. Depending on the matchup, maybe Marquette. Marquette's usually either a 5 or a 6 seed. And they got the 5 last year, took on Murray State and lost. That whole team's basically Marcus Howard. That's it for Marquette. He is basically the team there. And if they do run into a good defensive team that can limit you, like Vermont is, that could be a difficult matchup. So that could be a possible matchup there. Vermont against Marquette, a 12 versus 5 seed. Northern Iowa against Michigan right now. I would still go Northern Iowa there. I like Northern Iowa to get the first round victory, even though in the last game they lost against Loyola Chicago. Same as East Tennessee. East Tennessee beat LSU back in non-conference play. So right now we're just on break. Who do I think's gonna win? I've got Louisville in this one. So I like the Cardinals in this game to bounce back and snap the 2-game losing streak. Welcome to the channel here, NBA All-Star 420 Yuppa. Thanks so much for stopping by once again. Yup, he was putting out here his local basketball team called the Baba Tunes All-Stars. It's a team with him and his friends created. Awesome, man. That's great. Keep up the good work with your team. That's incredible, man. Chicago Plays, welcome back on the channel, brother. He'll be doing the Villanova-DePaul game tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. Good luck to you, brother, and your channel as well. You're doing awesome stuff with your play-by-play channel also. So right now, we're just on break. For sure, Marquette, always like a 5 seed, it turns out to be. Doubleheader tonight. Everybody, right after this one, Duke versus NC State in the next game. Next game, I've got Duke beating NC State. Not once this season. I've got them beating them twice. This is the first matchup of 2 meetings in the regular season with Duke against NC State. I feel like NC State is that typical type of team that just always just crumbles when it comes to bigger, better quality opponents. It's that type of team that just always crumbles. Being a 1 seed in the NCAA tournament, indeed, Jason, not a walkthrough at all anymore. I remember Kansas back in 2010, they lost to Northern Iowa, and Kansas had a record, I think, of like 33-2 going into that game. Do I think USC is going to make the tournament? I will say yes. I will say USC, the last team to make the tournament in as a play-in game for a 12 seed. USC Providence, that could be the game possibly if Providence is able to tally off some more wins. USC against Richmond, that could be another game as well. VCU is going to have to do a lot of work to get back there, but I think USC will be in a play-in game. Stanford will be in a play-in game, I feel like, as well. And then probably Providence might be in there as we're back to action. Syracuse with the basketball, they go inside, they put it up, and that shot's up and good for 2. So it's 26-19 with 7:20 left to go. Joe Girard with the bucket. Cardinals have the basketball. Sutton passes over top of the key to McMahon. Back over to the free throw circle. Jumper's up. Jumper is good for 2 more by the Cardinals. This time by David Johnson. 28-19 the score. If you guys are new, feel free to hit the like, hit the sub here as I call play-by-play. Indeed, that's a great matchup. Stephen F. Austin against Creighton. That's an awesome matchup. Stephen F. Austin had a win a couple years ago in the tournament. They had a massive upset. I think it was against VCU in the first rounds. Or maybe it was against West Virginia. It was one of those teams. It might have been against West Virginia. Georgia State, oh yeah, it was with R.J. Hunter and Kevin Ware. Georgia State beat Baylor. I remember that one. I think that was like 2015. 3-point shot, no good by Louisville. Get the offensive rebound. Put it into the hands of Wara. Wara takes a 3. He's got it. Left corner knocks it down. Largest lead tonight by the Cards. They're up by 12. 31-19. 6:32 left to go in a timeout taken by Jim Boeheim on the court for Syracuse right now. Jordan Wara already with 9 points so far in this game. So Jordan Wara is back. He has surpassed his last 2 point totals combined against Georgia Tech and Clemson. So yeah, right now we're just on break. So let's see here. So right now the play-in game is USC against Georgetown with a winner playing Michigan State. So yeah, Michigan State's a 5 seed. I believe those two are the 12 play-ins. And Georgetown right now is on the bubble. They've been shorthanded. Omer Yurtseven, the center, and Mac McClung as well. Mac McClung is out tonight, I believe, against Providence. That game tips off at 8:30. I'm going to be watching that game really closely because Providence is at Georgetown. Massive game for bubble implications tonight there. So I'll be keeping my eye on the score for that one and updating throughout the next stream, as well as towards the tail end of this one. We're back to action. 6:30 left to go before halftime. 12-point Cardinals lead. Syracuse with the basketball off the timeout. 9-2 run in the last 4 minutes by Louisville. Syracuse has it. Top of the key. Hughes slings it over to the left wing. They pass it over to the right wing into the hands of Girard. Girard with the basketball. Guarded here by Williamson. Takes a 3 over him, but misses, but they get the offensive rebound. Syracuse with it with 6 minutes remaining. Left wing perimeter. Hughes with the ball as he is guarded by Kimball. Hughes looking to pass it someplace. Swings it over to the right corner of the perimeter. Godin passing over now. Back over to the right wing into the hands of Girard. Girard going inside. Puts up the jumper a little bit off the side of the backboard. No good. Rebound Cardinals. Cardinals with the basketball. They're still on that 9-2 run. Last 4.5 minutes. Bounce pass. Low post. Ton of contact. And that'll be a foul. And it should be sending Ryan McMahon to the free throw line. That was a lot of contact there by Marek Dolajaj. Tons of contact. 5:42 left to go. NC State will upset Duke, Jason is putting out here. Remember that when they call the game. I will. So he puts out NC State by 3. I will be shocked if they do. They say it's a non-shooting foul. It's before the shot went up. So Louisville gets the inbound in the front court. They pass it over top of the key. Move it over to the right wing perimeter. Back to the left baseline. Shot fakes going inside. Wara puts up the shot a little bit too strong. No good. Rebound Syracuse. I will be shocked tonight if NC State is able to beat Duke. The game is at home, by the way, at North Carolina State, but they've yet to get like a quality victory this season. They're on the bubble. They really do need one, as they've got a couple of really bad losses as well in there. That three-point shot, no good off the mark. Rebound by the Cardinals. Louisville with the ball with 5 minutes remaining. They dribble past the half-court logo. It's David Johnson with the basketball, passing over to the right wing. Into the hands of McMahon. McMahon takes a 3. This one's deep and no good, as he tried to dial it up off the back line to get the offensive rebound. Puts it up with a foul on the low post. And the Cardinals will be shooting 2 at the line with Malik Williams. Hey, welcome in here right again to the channel. Kevin Ploucha, my man. Thanks so much for stopping by, as he is here for another great night. I appreciate it. I'm doing really well. He likes Duke in this one by 16. I think the line for that game, Duke is favored on the line, 6.5 points. I really like Duke tonight in that game as well as the next one against NC State. They have 2 games to finish off the season against NC State. The problem with the Wolfpack is that they have the players in their team. They just aren't able to put together the pieces and get like any good quality victories this season. First shot, no good by Malik Williams at the free throw line. Second shot, that one's good. 32-19. I'll go right back up here in the chat. So, Alabama against Texas A&M, 27-24. Weston with the update there. Thanks so much, man, about the update there. So, Alabama leads by 3. I'm rooting for Alabama tonight, by the way, and throughout the rest of the season, because Rhode Island beat Alabama. So that win looks better and better if Alabama is able to win their games as well throughout the rest of the way. They're another team that's outside the bracket at the moment. Syracuse takes the 3. It is up. It is good at the top of the key. Puts it back to 10 off the three-point triple. That goes down from behind the arc by number 11 for the Orange, Joe Girard. Louisville with the basketball. They have it at the left wing perimeter. Passing over to McMahon. McMahon swings it over to left corner. Open 3. Taken. Sutton off the mark. Tipped around. Rebound Syracuse. Yes, Stephen F. Austin. Stephen F. Austin had like a couple big upsets in there in the tournament from a few years past. Syracuse going inside, and they pass it back outside. They take another 3. They draw it down. 32-25 to score with under 4 minutes left to go before halftime. Watch out for Wright State. Ryan's putting in here against Auburn. Wright State has a really good record. I think they only got 3 or 4 losses, I believe, on their schedule so far for Wright State. But I think they're from the Horizon League. The teams they played so far, though, for Wright State aren't really good, though. They've got one of the easiest schedules in college basketball. So, Wright State against Auburn. It all depends on the matchup there. I'd be shocked if Wright State was able to play it close, but you honestly never know because they haven't played like any good opponents this season. Hey, welcome in, Seth, my man. What is good? Thanks so much for stopping by, brother, once again. Currently, we're just on commercial break here in the game. 32-25 to score. TV timeout on the court. 3:48 left to go in the first half, and the Cardinals up by 7. Let's see, Weston putting out, he thinks that Duke will win 75-45 against NC State. Indeed, that's a bold prediction there. I don't think it's going to be that much. I do like Duke to cover the spread tonight, by the way. I think they're only favored by 6.5 points, but I remember the last time I said that, I was against Clemson and they lost, and it was on the road at Clemson. Duke has struggled a couple of times on the road this season, but I do like Duke. I would go Duke tonight, probably by 11 against NC State. Auburn down 7 with 1.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Thanks so much for the score update, Kevin. We're going to update you guys right now with the scoreboard updates. What's going on throughout college basketball tonight. Got a couple of games in there. Butler, close one against Seton Hall. 18 minutes remaining. 36-34 to score. Auburn trailing at Georgia, 31-23. in this game with 3:48 remaining before halftime. It's a 7-point Louisville lead. If you guys are new to the channel, feel free to drop the like at the sub here as I call play-by-play on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Hey, welcome in, THG. Thanks so much for stopping by again, my man. Welcome in. Right now, Ryan putting out Dayton would play Bowling Green, which that MAC conference has been interesting. That could be like another team there that could make it in most likely, like Bowling Green, Akron, Ball State. Somebody from the MAC's gonna make it in, not necessarily the top team, right now, but it's interesting to see whoever gets through the MAC. A couple of times they've had upsets there from like a MAC team in the past. I know Ohio was a 15 seed one time and beat Georgetown back in the early 2010s. Let's see here. Georgia leading Auburn. Yep, 30-23 is the score. Weston, thanks so much for the update. Dayton, I so agree with you, Vegas Vex. They're just too good this season. I'm really high on Dayton as well. I've got them in my Final Four as of right now. Butler would play Virginia, and I would pick Virginia to win that game. I think Virginia can definitely stop the scoring from Kamar Baldwin and the rest of the Butler offense. So I would go Virginia there in that game. Tomorrow's game, Iowa against Ohio State. There's only like 246 seats left in the arena, and it's a 60,000 seated arena, by the way. That's in there, Iowa City. So, man, tickets are just going hot and being just flat out sold out for that one. I do plan to do that game tomorrow, Alex. Michigan up by 2 against Rutgers. Thank you so much for the update, Weston. Hey, welcome in, Miami Canes all day. Welcome to the channel once again. Just got home, went out to dinner for his family. Awesome to hear that, man. Hope it was a great time with you and your family as we're back to action. He is streaming at 7 for his Loyola Ramblers there. Loyola Chicago, the Cinderella. The 2018 tournament as we're back to action. Loyola pulled off the 11-6 matchup in their first round at the buzzer against Miami Canes all day, his Miami Canes' team. As we're back to action here, that free throw good at the line by Louisville. It's an 8-point lead. 33-25 to score, 3.5 left to go before halftime. Syracuse with the basketball puts up the jumper in a low post. They put it up. That one's through by Quincy Guerrier for 2. 6-point game, 3.5 remaining. If you guys are new, feel free, hit the like, hit the sub here as I call play-by-play. Vaughn putting out, he wouldn't be surprised if Yale makes it to the Sweet 16. I would be shocked there. They got a lot of upperclassmen for Yale. I wouldn't be surprised if they do make it to the round of 32, but that's quite a little far to make it to the Sweet 16. But honestly, if the matchup's there, you honestly never know. And that Yale team has got a bunch of upperclassmen on it. They pass over to the right wing. Louisville, a 3. No good off the mark by Darius Perry. Gets rebounded by Syracuse. Syracuse with the basketball. Hey, welcome in, my man. Eric here. Big Louisville fan on the channel. What's up, bud? Thanks so much for stopping by again, brother. 3 minutes remaining before half. Orange basketball. They pass in the low post. Into the hands of Guerrier. Guerrier backing his way inside, and that'll be a foul. It will be an offensive foul by Quincy Guerrier, the freshman, in the low post for Syracuse. So the Orange turn it over. Louisville will get the basketball right back. Memphis up by 10 against Eastern Carolina, 27-17 to score. And that one, Cardinals get the basketball right back. They dribble past the half-court logo. They have it at the left wing perimeter as that's Lamar Kimball. Swings it over to the right wing. Into the hands now of Darius Perry. Passing back over to the left wing, Kimball with the basketball. Moves it inside. Right baseline for Louisville. Passes it back, and that ball stolen away to no one. Gerard with a steal. Jacks up atop of the key 3. It's off the mark. No good. Hits the front of him. I don't know why he just didn't wait for his defense to get back. He did not have numbers at all, and he went for a straight up top 3. Cardinals with the basketball. Passing it around the perimeter. To the right corner. As they get it back, they almost slipped on the court with the basketball. They got into the hands of Wara. Wara passing it inside. Jumper in the key. Louisville hits it. 2-point shot. That one falling down right there by the Cards. They extend it to 8. 35-27 to score. Make sure, hit the like, hit the sub here. If you guys are new to the channel, 2:14 left to go before halftime, everybody. And the timeout called in the court right now by Chris Mack. Let's see here. Ryan putting out, not big on Penn State, but he'd watch Hofstra against them. That would be a good game. Hofstra against Penn State. How about Hofstra against Villanova? That could be a game as well. If Hofstra was to be put in a matchup against Villanova, That would be a good one. You have a Long Island team taking on a team from right outside Philadelphia, so that would be a good matchup. Dayton against Wright State, if they were able to do that matchup, that would be crazy because Wright State is actually in Dayton, but I don't think Wright State's going to get a 15 right now. Their record's way too good for that. It looks like more like a 13 or a 14. 2:10 left to go before halftime, 8-point Cardinals lead. Syracuse with the basketball, we're back into the game. You have it at the top of the key. Hey, welcome in, my man Landon. Thanks so much for stopping by here, brother, again. Eric was going to stream this game, but he thought it started at 8, so at 7 when he set up his stream, he saw the game had already started, so he's setting up his Saturday streams now. Awesome, man. Good luck to you, brother, with your streams over on the weekend as well. Syracuse takes the jumper. Buddy Boeheim hits it at the baseline for the 2-point shot. 35-29 to score, 1:35 left to go before halftime. That's a 3 taken. Cardinals from deep outside. They connect. Ryan McMahon. Another triple tonight once again in the action. He's got 9 points. 3 for 6 from downtown. 38-29. It's a 9-point Cardinals lead with 1:20 left to go before half. That's a 3 taken. Top of the key. Boeheim. He is money. Coach's son delivers. Right from the top of the key. Nothing but net there by Buddy Boeheim with 11 right now. He is also 3 for 6 from behind the arc. 6-point game. If you guys are new, hit the like, hit the sub here. Let's see if we can get to 15 before halftime. Cardinals with the basketball. Taken away, stolen, and tipped in the key, and Syracuse gets it right back. Orange has it. Top of the key to Boeheim. Under a minute left to go. Passing over to the left wing perimeter. They'll set it up now with Dolajaj with the basketball. Moves it over to Hughes. Eliza Hughes now with the ball. Hughes going inside. Nice feed. Low post. They put it up too high off the backboard. The ball is tipped around, and we get a foul on the court. Foul by the Cardinals on the court stops the clock with 43 seconds left to go. So right now we're just on break. Thoughts about Hofstra football? Well, that's too funny there, Vaughn. Hofstra cut their program. So yeah, Hofstra on the same boat as Boston University as far as a football team, like Gonzaga or Providence College. First shot, it's up and it's through at the free throw line for Syracuse. Coming into the game for Louisville, number 13 now for the Cardinals coming into this one. That's David Johnson. Had a great game last month against Duke. Shot number 2, that one's good at the free throw line by the Syracuse Orange. 4-point game, 43 seconds left to go. Hey, welcome in, Antoine Finnegan. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'm doing really well tonight. Thanks so much once again, brother, for stopping by. Villanova against North Texas right now. That team could change from like the Conference USA. That team's from Conference USA with North Texas. So that is a deep 3, well outside, a 26-footer, and it goes down from behind the arc. Once again at the top of the key as the Cardinals hit it. 7-point lead right now by Louisville. Ryan McMahon, 4 for 7 from behind the arc. He's a 43% three-point shooter this season. Syracuse, 15 seconds left to go before halftime, and a foul called in the key right here. Stops the clock. Villanova plays DePaul tonight. Yeah, DePaul is basically out of contention right now to be a part of the tournament, unless they win the Big East tournament. That's the only way DePaul can make it in. So Villanova playing North Texas according to the bracketology at the moment here. I believe that's the ESPN one you guys are referring to. 41-34 to score. Final 6 seconds before halftime. Syracuse with the basketball. Dribbles at the free throw circle. Hughes takes a deep 2. Hits the front rim. No good. And the shot clock expires as Syracuse tries to put up the jumper. But it's no good as it expires. As they put up the jumper right after they get the ball once again. And we go into halftime. 7-point Cardinals lead. 41-34 to score. And a good one so far tonight. So welcome in everybody over to the channel. Awesome first half here on the stream. If you guys are new to the channel, feel free to hit the thumbs up down below, hit the subscribe button. Also, after this game, I'll be covering Duke against North Carolina State after this game is finished up. So I'll go right back on the chat right now, see what you guys are updating me here on. Let's see. Eric pointing out McMahon, destined to be a sharpshooter, 3-ball off the bench, nothing else, and he is shooting it with precision today with a 3-ball. Looking great so far by Ryan McMahon, just delivering. See, Ryan McMahon tonight was Yeah, he's in the starting 5. They put him in, so he is actually in the starting 5 tonight. 12 points by McMahon. He is the leading scorer, 4 for 7 from the floor right now. Dwayne Sutton with 9 points. Jordan Nwora with 9 as well at halftime for the Cards. And 11 points by Buddy Boeheim. He's 3 for 6 from behind the arc. 7 points by Joe Girard. Quincy Guerrier has got 8 points off the bench for the Orange. Georgia is leading at halftime. Kevin putting out. Thanks so much for the update. 31-25. Memphis taking on East Carolina right now. 29-21. Memphis up by 8 in that game. Kentucky against New Mexico State, according to bracketology there, what Ryan puts out, which New Mexico State has a really good record. New Mexico State always makes it into the tournament. Like, they always win the WAC. Rupp Arena sold out. I bet you, Landon. I bet it's sold out for these games towards the end of the season, especially the one on Saturday night against Florida. This is my first game, so I do plan to stream the game right after this one. Duke against North Carolina State. Feel free to join me back after this game is finished up. I'll create a new stream, so make sure to turn on the notification bell if you guys are new to the channel. How long is halftime? Welcome to the channel here, Brad. Thanks so much for finding my channel, Brad Taylor. Halftime is usually about like 15 minutes long usually. So I just go into the chat here, cover what's going on during the half with scoreboard updates, and just talk to you guys with the points everyone has in the chat. St. Mary's in primetime. Funniest thing that he has heard today here with Eric on the chat. St. Mary's playing in primetime. Oh, Vaughn was putting it out here. Hopefully St. Mary's plays in primetime Thursday and Friday for he could watch a game. Of course, Vaughn is out in California, so it's like almost approaching 5 o'clock where he is. Where I'm from Massachusetts, where it's 8 minutes before 8 o'clock where I am right now, Eastern time. But yep, Vaughn lives close by, I think, to like Pacific College, kind of like towards that area, Fresno State University. But right now, St. Mary's is in the tournament. I believe they're projected to be at number 9 seed in the tournament right now. So currently, we're just at halftime. Let's see here. Do I plan on still doing the game tomorrow with Iowa against Ohio State? Yes. Yes, I do plan to do that one tomorrow, Alex. Iowa against Ohio State tomorrow. Weston putting out behind the arc NCAA. Basketball is my name, he puts out here. My actual name, by the way, is Sal. S-A-L, so feel free to call me by Sal if you guys would like as well. St. Mary's would play LSU in the bracket, so that's a 9-8 matchup. LSU was put as an 8. East Tennessee State taking on Furman right now. Furman as well is another team with a great record, 22-5. East Tennessee State with a record of 23-4. And I'm taking a look at this game right now. East Tennessee State with the halfway point left to go in the first half. They were up 17-12, and then the game tied up at 32. But right before halftime, a 3-ball from behind the arc goes down at the right wing, giving East Tennessee State the 3-point lead at halftime. They lead right now 35-32 against Furman at half. We'll take a look, see what's going on right now in college basketball. Other games. Auburn at Georgia here, taking on the Bulldogs. Georgia taking the early lead and getting the foul with Anthony Edwards in the low post as they were up 15-12. Georgia tacking on some more points. A 3-ball from behind the arc as well. And they kept that lead going and rolling right now at home. Inside the last 3 minutes. Shot fake, Edwards. Oh, nice pass. Top of the key. I'm looking at the highlights and draining down the triple. Georgia leading at halftime 31-25 over Auburn. So let's see here. Lamar beating Sam Houston 20-17. Weston put in here in the chat. Right now we're just on break. No, he did not bench Jordan Nwora today. So Jordan Nwora started this game today, Eric. Yeah, I was looking at this the last game for Louisville. I was looking at the last one with the box score. I was like, why in the world is Nwora coming off the bench? Like, why did he play off the bench against Clemson? Like what is the meaning to that? He's the best player by far in the team as far as scoring. So Jason is went to the future here. Duke will be up by 7 at the half, and then he puts out they will lose by 3. Is Sal short for Salvatore? It's close. My name is long name is Salvador, so it's S-A-L-V-A-D-O-R. It's so It's the Spanish version. My grandfather came from Mexico, so that's Salvador means savior in Spanish, though. So it ends in D-O-R instead of T-O-R-E, which is the Italian ending. Antone's got Syracuse to make a comeback in the second half. What do I think? I think it's going to be tough for Syracuse to come back. They're down by 7. I do like Louisville to close out this game. So I still like Louisville in this one, but you never really know for basketball, but I do like the Cardinals in this game tonight. Let's see here. Right now, yep, Furman would play Arizona 5-12 matchup, so they have Furman in the bracket. That's another team that they don't have going far in the brackets, Arizona. Arizona could very well lose in the first round. That's a very young team. Nico Mannion, Josh Green, Zeke Naji, all freshmen. Going to be first-round draft picks most likely that they're projected, but that team could be upset-prone like they were to Buffalo 2 years ago. Predict how many points every Hawkeye will get tomorrow. Well, Luka Garza is going to have a massive game tomorrow. I'll go with 31 for him tomorrow. So I'll go with Luka Garza 31 tomorrow. Joe Wieskamp's going to have a much better game in my opinion. But Ohio State's got a great defense. Yes, so yeah, my last name is Mexican as well. So it ends in a Z. So my last name is Mexican. My father's side came from Mexico. And my mom's side came from the Azores in Portugal. Joe Wieskamp's going to have a better game. He'll probably... I'll say he'll drop 14 tomorrow for Wieskamp. So those are the top two for tomorrow. I'll give you Garza and Wieskamp 31 and 14 tomorrow if I had to predict. Hey, welcome in, my man Gaze here. Thank you so much, brother, for the everything on the channel, my man. You guys are awesome here. He puts out, hey, I'm going to donate you a really big dono tomorrow. I appreciate it. Gaze here for the generosity. You guys are awesome here on the channel. Thank you so much. And big thank you earlier today on the channel. Jack Merriman with a donation earlier today. I appreciate it so much here. Jack back in the chat as Jack is back. Did I know that East Tennessee State, the only college in the world with a degree in bluegrass music? I actually did not know that. That's awesome. That's incredible. I got my I went to college. I got my music minor in college. So I grew up playing the drums. I used to do like drums back in the day for like the state district festivals and stuff like that. All the way to like marching band. I was the drum captain for my final 2 years of high school back in the marching bands. So I got my music minor when I graduated 3 years ago in college. That's awesome though. I wish I could take a course like that. That sounds so cool. Weston will be recording Duke against NC State. He puts out here. Hey, welcome in Am Patel, Oregon fan here on the channel. I do plan to do Oregon tomorrow after the Iowa versus Ohio State game, by the way, tomorrow. Oregon is playing Arizona State tomorrow, so massive game as far as like the standings, everything. Arizona State right on the bubble, with a massive game going on tomorrow night between the two, right after the Iowa game tomorrow night. But welcome on the channel, Am Patel. Thanks so much for stopping by. Chris Mack just trying to get a spark. Eric putting out, but it failed because he benched Wara. Wara's been getting cold in the away games though, but with these home games, he has been going off in the home games. The first one there, Ryan. So the first one with a question mark is the one. Not Martinez, though. But you get the first one, the same as Famous George. I appreciate that, my man Gaze. I appreciate you guys with the generosity. It's incredible here, everybody on the channel. Oh, not Hernandez. The one with George. Not Martinez or Gonzalez. That basically narrows it down to one there. I didn't see, or not Rodriguez either. I didn't see Hernandez and Rodriguez until I just looked up. Jason putting out that he lived in Kingsport, Tennessee. Oh, wow. Cool. So we got some connections here on the channel. This is great that you guys are able to like connect with other people. I know there's a couple people that live like 10 or 15 minutes away in a bordering town from for each other that has met through a couple of my streams before. One of the people who was in one of my streams, lives like 10 minutes down the road from me. I think it was the first stream that I met Ryan on. It was the Celtics game against the Pacers back in April. It was somebody named Alex who lives like 10 to 12 minutes down the road. Yep, that is it. So Ryan has got it. You've got it, my man. So right now we're just on break. Hey, welcome in, Thunderbolt. Thanks so much, brother, for stopping by again. Thunderbolt on the channel. $41-34 at halftime. We'll see what's going on now during break. Staten Hall has taken the lead. Miles Powell, 12 points now for the Pirates. 45-44 to score against Butler with 10:20 left to go in the second half. Georgia leads at halftime 31-25. Those are the two other ranked games going on. Let's see here. Scroll to Division 1, see what's going on. I'll take a look at D1 now for you guys in just a moment. Alabama leading Texas A&M 34-28 at the end of the first half. Georgia Tech up against Wake Forest 37-29. Cincinnati leading UCF at halftime 37-32. And Memphis up against East Carolina 33-27. Hey, welcome back here, my man Midwest Sports once again. Thanks so much for tuning back in. Vaughn has a friend at his old school named Sal Lawrence. Well, better call Sal. That's what some people call me as well. Better call Sal. Hey, welcome in, AF Fraggle here. Coming in with a thumbs up. Thanks so much for stopping by, buddy. I appreciate it. So right now we're just on break. I have no clue why, but Lehigh against Colgate has been delayed. So that game has been delayed. I'm going to take a look and see why. Right now, we're just on a halftime break. We'll get ready for the second half after these messages. No clue. Doesn't say anything either when I type in Lehigh basketball. The game is at Colgate. Colgate's number 1 in the conference. Oh, what? Oh my gosh, the backboard shattered a half an hour before tip-off. So the game taking place at Colgate tonight for Patriot League basketball against Lehigh, the backboard shattered a half an hour before tip-off. I gotta see if there's a picture of that. Colgate coming in this season, looking pretty strong this year. That's oh my gosh. How in the world does that happen? There's a picture on it. Lehigh men's basketball put a picture over on Twitter about the shattered basketball hoop at Colgate that they had to replace the glass, dude. That's ridiculous. Oh my gosh, the whole thing's like frost on a windshield. The whole thing just shattered. Man, so it's going to be some time before that game gets tipped off. And Colgate's looking really good this season. 20-7 so far. They're clearly the number 1 team in the Patriot League. So we'll get back for the second half, couple minutes from now. Hey, welcome back on the channel here. Jungle Boy 223. Thanks so much for stopping by again, man. He wants Auburn here to beat Georgia. It's only the first half. I would have guessed that Auburn would be able to beat Georgia there. I'm shocked right now that Georgia's leading that game. Let's see. I'll scroll up the chat here for you guys just a moment. Yep, that was the first chat. Yep, Alex Pacheco was in the chat there. The Celtics game, and he only lives like right down the road from me, I guess. It's too funny. Vegas Vic's in the chat right here as well. He only lives like a half an hour, like 30-40 minutes away from me or so. It's too funny, like how we can just like connect like the map together. It's awesome. So right now we're just on break. Get ready to go back here in just a moment. I'll put that thing on Twitter. So it's at Lehigh men's MBB for their men's basketball team. It has the shattered picture on their Twitter page that they posted. We get back to the second half of this one. So that game against Colgate with Lehigh versus Colgate right now has been delayed because of a shattered backboard right before in the pregame warm-up. So we get back for the second half of this one. Syracuse with the basketball going right to left in the court, and Louisville going left to right. The Orange with the basketball. So we get a reach and fall committed by the Cardinals as Elijah Hughes was the one dribbling with the ball. It's just a picture of it, but it looks like frost over on like the windshield. It's just a picture of it. I didn't find a video there, but that'd be too funny if somebody was able to get a video at the game. that'd be interesting to look at. Syracuse with the ball now, left wing perimeter. They have it into the hands of Boeheim as we're back to action with the second half, 7-point game. They take the jumper. Boeheim, left elbow, no good. Ball tipped around. The rebounds by Wara of the Cardinals. Cardinals have it. Hey, welcome in to All That Deuce, my man. Thanks so much for stopping by again. Yeah, Colgate, once again, they're at the top of the Patriot League. #1 right now. A lot of their players from last season for Colgate came back for this year. So that team as well, they depending on the matchup, they could possibly pull off an upset. They took on Tennessee pretty close last year in the tournament. 3-point shot, no good by Louisville. Get the offensive rebound. Took another three. They missed it, but they get the tip in. Counts for 2. 43-34 off the tipping goes by Malik Williams. Syracuse with the ball, first minute now through the second half. Orange have it, top of the key. Dribbling with Boeheim. Boeheim swings it out to the left wing. With the basketball now is Hughes. Elijah Hughes dribbling. Bounce pass over to Boeheim. Takes the jumper. Free throw circle. No good off the mark. Rebound by the Cardinals as they take it past the half-court line. Top of the key. Puts it into the hands of McMahon. McMahon now with the basketball. McMahon passes over to Wara. Wara dribbling back to the top of the key. Bounce pass. Left wing. Weaving their way. Swings it out. McMahon. Nice passing. Wara has it. Dribble drive. Wara stops back at the free throw circle. Stop and pop. Takes the jumper. No good off the mark. Offensive rebound though. Cardinals set it up. Louisville swings it back to the right wing. McMahon feeds it. Low post. Backdoor cut on the bounce pass. Passing it back. Moves it around the perimeter. Wara shot fake. Makes his move now inside. Into lane. Wara puts it up and in. Banks it up. And it's good off the backboard. He gets fouled as well. And Jordan Wara go to the free throw line and shoot the and one. So, great ball movement altogether right there. Yep, so that happened in warm-ups before the game. Landon enjoying Sportscaster on his stream. Good luck to your stream as well with the best of luck there. Number 21 Butler versus number 16 Seton Hall tied up at 53. You got a good one for sure, man. Oh, man, Vegas Vix's friends are lucky. So, they get vacation this whole week. Yeah, Ryan's got vacation this whole week as well. And, unfortunately, Vegas Vix is back to school today. But maybe you'll get out earlier than your friends in Woonsocket. It all depends on the schedules. Free throw is no good. Syracuse with the ball off the inbound. Hughes. Dribble drive with the basketball. Takes it up, and that one's good. 45-36. 17:30 remaining. Cardinals with the ball now top of the key. They launch it inside. Right baseline. Moves it back to the left wing perimeter. Wara with the basketball. We get a foul on the low post. Showing Big E some love. For sure. That's a great matchup. The Big East is just really good this season for the Big East. Much improved from last year for sure. 45-36 the score. Inbounds by Louisville. Nice pass inside. Low post. Underneath with a lot of contact. No foul though. As that was Malik Williams who got fouled. He went down hard on the ground, is able to get back up. Syracuse with the basketball. Dribble drive. Low post puts up the shot. We get a foul. In the low post, they'll send Syracuse to the line. Ryan McMahon was the one who committed the foul. So Joe Girard will shoot 2 shots coming up at the line. Who do I think will win Super Bowl 55? I mean, I wish the Patriots will be able to win it since I'm a Patriots fan, but I just don't have high hopes for next season because the team seems like it's gonna be in dysfunction with all the arrests in the off season or so, and we don't even know where Tom's going either, and they need receivers to help him out big time. I would go with the Ravens right now to win the Super Bowl. Both of the shots at the free throw line, Girard hits them both. 45-38. The Patriots are a long way to get there, though. I bet they'll get a playoff spot, but it's going to be so difficult this season for them to win the East, and especially if Tom's not there. Syracuse playing some defense. Louisville off the backdoor cut, banks it up and then off the backboard. That counts for 2. 9-point game, 47-38. Syracuse with the ball top of the key. Hughes, shot fake, passes over, lobs over the top, and that's a jam. On the alley-oop goes to Sidibe, who throws it down right there for 2. 7-point game and a good one so far. Cardinals with it. 16:45 left to go. They're in the low post. They put it up and they get fouled in 2 shots coming up at the free throw line by Louisville here. With number 5 Malik Williams as he got fouled inside the low post. Most improved team this season. Is that for the NFL, Oded Deuce? Or for college basketball, most improved team this season for college basketball? If it's for college basketball, I would go for San Diego State. And also West Virginia. West Virginia's improved so much compared to last year. They struggled a lot last year. Both of the shots go down at the free throw line. It's a 9-point Louisville lead with 16 minutes remaining. Syracuse with the basketball, top of the key. Bounce pass over to the right wing perimeter. Yeah, man, that was just so encouraging and incredible to see today with Ryan Newman walking out of the hospital with his 2 daughters holding his hands. That was just such a great sight to see. Like, it's awesome that he's able to recover that fast and be able to walk away from a crash with that magnitude of an impact that it had. 15:40 left to go. Syracuse just missed the shot. Louisville with the basketball. Yeah, so I would say San Diego State, I did not expect at all them to be this good. And also West Virginia. I think record-wise, West Virginia is the most improved team this season, in my opinion. Also Dayton. I had no clue that the Dayton Flyers will be this good. So currently we're just on break. 9-point lead here. If anybody's new to the channel, feel free to hit the like, hit the sub, as I call play-by-play basketball on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. It could very well, Jason, be a Saints versus Ravens in the Super Bowl. I really wish we could see a Saints-Patriots matchup in the Super Bowl. That'd be incredible, but still the status is still uncertain with Tom. I think he's staying, but it seems like a lot of the other analysts don't. And Weston is doing play-by-play for the Duke game. Good luck with your play-by-play, bud. Awesome, man, that you're doing the play-by-play stuff, too. Ryan crossed the finish line. Yep, upside down on fire. And he even had to see how awesome that was. I'm just so glad that he is alive. Like, what a... Man, it was awful seeing that his car go airborne. Just took a shot driver's side by Corey LaJoie, 200 miles per hour. He flings it right up in the air again. I can't believe that he survived from that. Like, it was incredible. Do I think the Lions will be better next season? Alex pointing out he thinks that they'll be 100% better. It all depends on the draft. That's what it basically depends on, getting in free agency as well for Detroit. So the draft and free agency, and also it's basically about improving the defense, getting some running back depth there behind Kerryon Johnson. That would be a lot of help. The receiving core isn't that bad. They got a good receiving core. Kenny Golladay, Marvin Jones Jr. They still got good receivers for the Lions. It's just running back depth, but behind Kerryon Johnson was a problem once he went down. And then the defense just finding the problems in the secondary, just because they've given up a ton of passing yards throughout the season. Vegas Vic's putting out, imagine shattering the backboard glass, then just stopping on the shattered glass. Oh man, I've seen a video before of that happen on YouTube. Somebody just tearing down the hole, just with a massive slam, and the whole backboard glass just shatters right all over him. It's bloody coming out. So right now we're just on break. Jack wants me to go with Tennessee. I was shocked like how good Tennessee was this season. Like I was shocked how good they came back this year. So total respect out to Tennessee this season for the NFL. Right now we're just on break. Hey, welcome in. I don't know anymore. Thanks so much for stopping by again. Oh, that deuce with a classic comment right there. As we'll get right back into this game. By the way, Butler, Seton Hall, great game going on at the moment between those two teams. I'll update you guys with the score in just a second. I'm trying to get back to the top 25 here on the scoreboard. Alright, so 49-40 is the score. Hey, welcome in, Wick 2. Thanks so much, my man, for stopping by again as we're back to action. 15.5 left to go. Louisville with the basketball at the key. They pass it over to McMahon. McMahon takes a three. Top of the key. No good. Hits the side rim. Rebounds by Syracuse by Dolajaj. The Orange have the basketball now. They dribble past the half-court perimeter. Now they pass it over to the right wing. Dribbling right baseline with Hughes. Elijah Hughes with the basketball. They're backing their way inside the low post. Passes over. Free throw circle. With the ball to Guerrier. Guerrier takes the jumper. Hits the front rim off the fingertips of Wara, but he gets the rebounds on the second chance he has with the ball. 15 minutes remain. If you guys are new to the channel, feel free. Drop the like at the sub here as I call play-by-play. 49-40 the score. 14:50 left remaining. They got it at the top of the key. They move over to the left wing. Back over to the top now to McMahon. McMahon swings it over. Low post. Puts it up. High off the backboard, no good. We get a foul. And Cardinals will shoot 2 at the line. It's a 9-point game at the moment. I don't know why the scoreboard just doesn't update. Have to do it again over here. Hey, welcome in, Chicken Nuggets again. Kentucky fan, so he has to root against them in this one. Let's see, we're going to go right back up here. All the rules being put out in the chat here. Alex's dad is a diehard Lions fan. Yup, TJ Hawkinson. TJ Hawkinson will have a major impact, I bet you. Like, throughout his career for Detroit. It's been getting better and better. Yup, don't spam. No politics, of course. Yup, Shaq, a shatter culprit for sure. No bad language. Rule number 4, no bullying, of course. And have a good time. Number 6, that's what it's all about. Get the popcorn. And take a seat and enjoy the content here on the stream. Both of the shots good at the free throw line. 51-40, the score right now. So we got 14.5 left to go. How do I have 26 likes if there's 18 people watching? It's people who drop in and out of the chat from time to time. They go up. They might drop into the chat for like 10-15 minutes. Then they come right back in a couple minutes as well. And then they just stop to give it a like. Syracuse was fouled in the low post. They'll go to the line, shoot some shots. First shot's up, first shot's good. Yes, I did Louisville versus Kentucky last night. Chicken Nuggets. Oh, cool. Thanks so much, I don't know anymore. I appreciate it. With he made a Discord server. I know my friend John has one over on the hockey channel. Second shot. Good as well. Goes down at the line. 51-42 the score. Thank you so much for Wick 2. And welcome to the channel. Taco Meat here. Dave Durango, welcome in. Taco Meat, send him over here. He was telling me about him. Awesome. Thanks so much for stopping by. Dave Durango here on the channel. Louisville takes a 3 to left wing. They hit it down from outside as Dwayne Sutton. It's a 12-point lead, 54-42 with 14 minutes left to go. Syracuse with the basketball. They pass it over to the left wing. Boeheim with the basketball. And they move it now to Hughes. Elijah Hughes dribble drive inside. Now to the left baseline. Turnaround jumper. Syracuse. No good. Hits the front rim. Rebounds by Louisville. Cardinals have it. If you guys are new, feel free. Hit the like, hit the sub as I call play-by-play. Inside in the dribble drive. A lot of contact. And that'll be a foul picked up on the court with 13:48 left to go. The refs will say it's defensive. Committed by Elijah Hughes. So, Cardinals will shoot at the free throw line again. Vegas Vic's reading an Adam Schefter post says, "Don't roll it out. Tom Brady signing with Tennessee." Yeah, I've heard of Indianapolis in there too, as like rumors to go to the Colts. Hey, thanks so much, Wick, for stopping by, man. I appreciate it for any time that you guys have a chance. Thank you so much for stopping by here. Whether it's like 10 seconds or like the full game, This channel's up here whenever you guys have a chance, so thank you so much. Sure, yeah, man. Definitely. Put the link in the chat, bud. I don't know anymore. So right now we're just on break. 54-42 is the score with 13:48 left to go in the second half. Yes, Taco Meat with a mention last week on one of the comments. Thanks so much for finding my channel, Dave Durango. Means a whole lot to me here. Said, yep, I'm from Massachusetts, by the way. I'm from southeastern Massachusetts, kind of towards like Rhode Island. So thank you so much. We got another fellow Massachusetts member here in the chat. Awesome, awesome. As we build up this play-by-play community throughout the world. And yeah, feel free, I don't know anymore, to post in the link here if you're able to for the Discord link. If you're not able to, just let me know, because I don't know if they had the links down or so, because I remember people kept on spamming links a while back, so I might have removed the links from the channel, but okay, so mods can go through with the links. Cool there. I'll see if I can bring it up on the other thing. Awesome. Vaughn would like Tom to go to the NFC. Bears fans split over the idea of Tom coming to Chicago. I cannot picture Tom going to Chicago at all. Right now we're just on break. Oh, you're in Bridgewater. Yeah, that's not too far from me. I'm like a half an hour away. I'm right down the road basically from Taunton and Attleboro. So that's where I'm about. Welcome in Chicago play once again. And good luck, brother, to your stream as well. I think he put in his link to his stream as well on the channel for Chicago plays, my man. But you're doing an awesome job as well. Yep, Sparty Sports. So my man Sparty Sports doing an awesome job with his play-by-play content as well on his channel. So right now we're just on break. Going to get right back to action just a moment. Hey, welcome in. There's Taco Meat. Thanks so much, bud, for stopping by. Yep, Louisville getting back on track right now. They're up by 12. Do I like the Oregon State Beavers? The logo is pretty cool. Chicken nuggets. I do like the logo, but I'm not from that neck of the woods. But when I was growing up, I actually did like them growing up. Sean Mannion went to Oregon State. This had to be like back in middle school though. Yep, that's where I'm from. Exactly where I'm from, Dave Durango. Nice quiet small town where I'm from. Oh, welcome to the channel here. Sports and News Alert. Great start he puts out for Loyola Chicago. They're up 18-11. And then he's going to do the Chicago Bulls game tomorrow night. Best of luck to you, man, as well. First shot good at the free throw line at the Cardinals. We're back to action with 13:48 left to go. Shot number 2 coming up at the free throw line. Yes, you are Miami Canes on YouTube. I did know that. And that shot is good as well. 56-42. It's a 14-point game. Syracuse with the basketball. Joel's past the half-court logo. Gerard passes back on the top now to Dolajaj. Dolajaj dribbles to the left wing perimeter. 13:30 left remaining. Puts it into the hands of Boeheim. Back over to Hughes. Hughes with the basketball. Hughes looking to pass it someplace. He bounce passes over to the left baseline. Gurrier with the ball. Passes over to Dolajaj inside the key. Swings it back to the right wing perimeter to Hughes. Hughes still with the ball now. Makes his move into the key. Passes this one over left baseline. Dribble on Gurrier. Throws it down with a two-handed jam. It's a 12-point game, 56-44. 13:18 left to go. Louisville will get the ball back in the inbounds. Indeed, Jason. Most important rule, no spoilers, especially when we get like 500 people on the channel, and things can get crazy for sure. That I remember doing Texas Tech, Kentucky, and somebody put something about Texas Tech just made a full court shot and it was so fake on the chat. Louisville backdoor cut. They slam it down for 2 more right there. As that one goes in for the jam by the Cardinals by Steven Enoch. It's back to a 14-point game under 13 left to go. Dave here, a wizard, loves my town. Awesome. Yes, it's really quiet. It's like a nice small town that I grew up in. 12:40 left remaining. Syracuse just missed the shot. Rebound by Louisville. Cardinals have it right wing. Passes back. They take a 3. That's from deep in. Jordan Nwora connects on it. Finally, he is getting hot once again. 61-44 is the score with 12:20 left remaining. Cardinals playing defense now as Syracuse got the basketball. Right wing perimeter. Bounce pass to the top here. Into the hands of Dolajaj. Dolajaj has it. And now it's back over to Boeheim. Boeheim to the right wing. We get a foul on the court. Stops the clock with 12:15. Yeah, somebody put on the chat Kentucky against Louisville. He was like, Texas Tech just won the game on a full court shot. Well, they did not win the game, and they did not shoot the full court shot. And Kentucky was the one that shot the half court shot right at halftime, but there was no full court shot to win it. Classic liar in the channel. That's a three taken top of the key, no good. It goes off the mark by Syracuse. Rebounds by Louisville with 12 minutes remaining. Hey, welcome in, Jason Rees. Thanks so much for stopping by again. Cardinals with it. Passing over to the left corner into the hands of Wara. Wara passing off to McMahon. Takes the three. Off the mark, no good. They tip it around. They get it with a tip in. Falls down for two more by the Cards, and this game is getting out of control right now. 63-44 when the knock with a tip in. 11:40 left to go. Syracuse letting this game slip right now. I feel sorry for the person who asked me earlier if Syracuse had a chance in this game tonight. Gotta wait for me to call this one as the ball gets thrown out of bounds by Syracuse. They just mistimed their pass and it goes a little bit too wide over their teammate's head and it goes out of bounds. So 63-44, 11:30 left remaining. And Cardinals will get back to basketball. Alright, so right now we're just on a break in this one. Well, I do Kansas versus Baylor. I'm not sure yet my weekend schedule at all. I know this weekend I have a lot of things to fix up with my car, like changing the oil and everything early on, and that's the first game, so I'm not sure just yet. Just make sure to turn on notifications so you know when I'm able to go live, since I'm not sure my weekend schedule just yet. So let's see. I'm just gonna find that over on this laptop. There it is. Must be between 32 and 32 in length. I don't know. I'm trying to check it out right now. That's interesting why I wouldn't go. There we go. Wouldn't take my first name either on it. Alright, so right now we're just on break. We'll get right back to action here in just a moment. See, just bringing up by box score. Buddy Boeheim leads the way for Syracuse with 11, 10 by Guerrier. Those are the only two with double-digit points. As far as Louisville, they got 4 players in double digits. 18 points by Jordan Wara, 12 by Ryan McMahon, and 12 by Dwayne Sutton. Malik Williams with a double-double, big game, 10 points, 13 rebounds for him. So currently we're just on this break here in this game. I gotta download this, I guess. Hey, welcome in, Colton. Thanks so much for stopping by. Puts out I'm the hero from the Sandlot over here. Benny the Jet. Alright, so we're going to get right back to action in this one. 63-44 to scores. Louisville gets the inbound, and Samuel Williamson into the game. They pass it over to him, takes the jumper. It's good for 2. 65-44 in a blowout. 11 minutes left to go. I think that Dak's probably going to stay with the Cowboys, but that Deuce liking Oakland, or now it's going to be Las Vegas to get the Raiders. So we got 11 minutes remaining. Syracuse misses the shot. Louisville with a rebound. They have it into the top of the key for the Cardinals. Swings it over to the right wing. Sutton with the basketball. As Sutton puts it up inside. That shot no good off the back iron to get the offensive rebound, though. Louisville with it. Inside. We get a lot of contact. It's an offensive foul committed by the Cardinals. And they'll go right back over to Syracuse. $65-44 is the score. My dad's got the same name as me, by the way, Weston. Butler, Seton Hall. Wow, Seton Hall is up by 1 land and 70-69. That's incredible. What a game. 19 seconds left to go. We've got an official review right now on the court. Yeah, Vegas Vic's putting out that man, Gunner. Needing more muscles. Oh. Okay, what the... Okay, I don't need that up. Yeah, make sure you guys created a Discord for me, it seems like. So take a look at that as well, everybody. As So there you go. I just poked in the chat for you guys. So right now we're just on break. Got a lot of tabs up here. They're still looking at an official review on the court. Hey, welcome in here, Hayden. Thanks so much for stopping by again. So hopefully Gunner has a better second season. That'd be great if he can for the Patriots. 65-44 to score. Butler makes a 3, tied up 72-72 with .4 left to go. So that game is going right into OT. Wow. Alright, so we're back to action. Syracuse with the basketball. 10:20 left to go. They have it at the right wing perimeter. Got a foul on the court. So that's Dolajah's taking a seat on the bench right now. Syracuse will get the inbound once again. They have it in their front court right now, down by 21. Passing over to the right corner perimeter for the Orange, and they turn it over. Louisville with a steal. Past the half court, Louisville in an 18-4 run. Passing over to the right corner, ball taken away. And it goes out of bounds, touched by Syracuse, out of bounds by Elijah Hughes. So, Cardinals will get it right back. Yeah, Cardinals right now just crushing them. 18-4 run, last 6:16. Inbounds by Cardinals. They get it to the left wing perimeter. McMahon with the basketball. 10 minutes remaining. Passing over to the right wing into the hands of Sutton. Sutton passing back out to McMahon. McMahon dribbles towards his left. He lobs it inside. Low post, and that's Samuel Williamson who gets tripped in the key with 10 minutes left to go. That is a foul number 7 tonight by Syracuse. So we'll send Louisville to the line with Samuel Williamson to hit in the 1-1 bonus. If you guys are new to the channel, feel free, hit the like, hit the sub here as I call play-by-play of action of basketball and behind the arc basketball. First shot good at the free throw line by Samuel Williamson. It's a 22-point lead. Hey, yo, 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 welcome in here, Alex, and, Antone, right now. Yes, Rip Pop Smoke, welcome on the channel once again. Brayton, thanks so much, bud, for stopping by. Second shot, good at the free throw line. 23-point lead, buzzer beater. Landon wants here. If Seton Hall wins the game after tipping with .6 left. That is crazy, man. So they get a buzzer beater. Insane. Alright, this game is a 23-point lead by the Cardinals. Syracuse in the low post. Puts up a jumper, but they get fouled, and going to the free throw line will be Quincy Guerrier for the Orange. That is insane there. So Seton Hall beats Butler tonight 74-72. Georgia leading Auburn 63-42. $67-44 with this, 9:45 left to go. As Louisville gets the ball in the inbound, they take it past half court with McMahon. McMahon, one man to beat, lobs it over, and they go with a slam right there. As that one being thrown down for two by Stephen Enoch. 69-44, this one's getting out of control. 9:30 left to go. Syracuse, turnaround jumper, they got it for two. Let's see here. So Alex, a little bit while ago, Raiders willing to go 2 years at $60 million. Julian Edelman begs Brady to return to the Patriots. On paper, Tom Brady has agreed to a 2-year, $70 million contract extension that will keep him with the Patriots through 2021. In reality, he's essentially getting a 1-year raise. That's what Alex puts out there. Yeah, I can see him playing for 30 if he's able to take that. He might want more though. 69-46 with 9 minutes left to go. Syracuse with the basketball in the 23-point Louisville lead. Dribble drive. Puts up the shot. That one partially blocked. They get the offensive rebound though with Guerrier. Guerrier puts up the shot. Shot the second time he gets fouled. Yes, Seton Hall just beat Butler at the buzzer. Hey, welcome to the channel. Rip Juice World 999. Who do I have in the Final Four? He's got Louisville versus Duke, Kentucky versus Baylor. Louisville winning the championship to Kentucky in overtime. And in the Final Four, I've got Dayton, Gonzaga, Kansas, and Seton Hall right now. I could put that in with Creighton though, because Creighton's been looking really good. But I do like Seton Hall still. In the final, I got Dayton versus Kansas. 69-49 the scores. Syracuse just hit a 3-point shot. They get the basketball off a steal again. Going inside, Louisville comes away with a block. Massive block there by Enoch. Cardinals with it with 8:30 left to go. Got the foul on the court. Foul on the court right now. Louisville trying to take it past the timeline. Now will be a Syracuse foul as Louisville is trying to cross the half-court logo. I think that one was removed from the chat, maybe. Yeah, there was a couple messages, Alex, that were deleted in here. I think those were the ones, maybe. 20-point lead, 8:36 left to go. If you guys are new to the channel, feel free, hit the like, hit the sub here as I call play-by-play. Yep, indeed. Education, most important thing on the planet. So if you haven't done your homework yet, feel free to do your homework because you don't want to fall behind in class. Jim Boeheim just got a technical. That's what it was all about. As Syracuse picked up the reach and foul, he didn't like it. He got a technical foul. First shot good at the free throw line by Louisville. As this game is just an absolute blowout tonight. So, Cardinals just coming back after the 2 straight losses, looking sharp. He thought it was Guerrier who got fouled. It wasn't. Cardinals with the basketball. They have it now at the left wing of the perimeter. Taking a deep 2, and they got it now. They hit the shot. That one's good. 72-49, 8:28 left to go, and Syracuse gets the inbound and a quick Louisville foul. Who did I got winning next game? Louisville and North Carolina. I've got the Cardinals winning that. North Carolina just completely falls apart. They've just fallen apart this year. Just total collapse against Clemson, against Notre Dame a couple of nights ago. That was Monday night. 72-49 in this one. Stephen Enoch was just accessed that. Yeah, it was assessed a technical foul as well. Yeah, indeed. Biggest fix. Don't sleep on Oklahoma State next season. They should be much improved. They got a big top 3 recruit coming in, Cade Cunningham, into college basketball next season. A 3-point shot taken by Syracuse. This game's got a lot of fouls right now. Still about 8:17 left to go before I wrap this one up. And a foul on the court. Once again, Syracuse shooting at the free throw line. First shot's up. First shot's good. At the free throw line by Syracuse with 8:17 left remaining. Yep, Seton Hall beat Butler tonight. Louisville going to the free throw line to shoot their shots, as they were just fouled as well. 73-50. 8:17 left to go. Foul after foul after foul. They hit the second one. 24-point lead. Let's see. Do I think Jordan Ward will be a top 10 pick? He's got like number 7 for him. Probably not for Jordan Ward, because some of these games he's just gone stone cold this season, and he's a lot older. That's the thing. He's probably more like a late first rounder in my opinion, compared to like a lot of these younger players. I seem like a lot of the draft analysts like these younger players to go, like the ones with upside before him, most likely. 74-50 now to score. Going inside. Cardinals with the basketball once again. They put it up, and that one's through. For 2 more, they score right there by a knock in the low post. 7:40 remaining. Syracuse with the basketball. They got it at the left wing perimeter to the hands of Hughes. Eliza Hughes passing back out to Boeheim. Boeheim takes a 3. No good off the mark. Fight for the rebound. It's going to be a foul on the Cardinals by Malik Williams. Barak Dolajah's going up for the rebound. Whatever as we go. It cuts a break here. 7:36 left to go. 76-50. Here's the score in this one. Oh, awesome. So, Rip Juice World 999 is going to the next Warriors game. Good luck to you, bud. Going to the next Warriors game. That's awesome. Auburn and Georgia right now landed with an update. It's 54-47. Georgia leading by 7 in that game right now against Auburn. Yeah, Auburn and LSU falling behind in the SEC, and it's looking like it's Kentucky's right now. Kentucky's destiny. Florida has a chance to capitalize, though. Right after that's Florida, but these teams, Arkansas is falling right behind in the SEC. Mississippi State is another one. It's just a lot of collapsing teams out there in that conference. Alabama, though, has been on the rise. Watch out for Alabama, though. Providence taking on Georgetown right now. Going to update you guys with that score if we have one. Hasn't tipped off yet. So it actually hasn't tipped off yet. The game was supposed to start 13 minutes ago. Scoreboard update. Hey, thanks so much for the update here. Memphis leading 58-52 in their game tonight. Seton Hall winning Butler. Game winning tip-in. 0.6 left to go. 74-72. Miles Powell finishes with 16 points tonight. Georgia leads Auburn now 55-50. What games am I doing Saturday? I have no clue yet what I'm doing Saturday, because I have to work on my car, change the oil, and work on the brakes on Saturday. So I'm not sure what I'm exactly doing on Saturday, and probably don't know until like time goes by on Saturday. So make sure, if you guys enjoy my stuff, to make sure to turn on notifications so you know when you're notified when I'll go live. Hey, welcome in, my man Zachariah here. Thanks so much, bud, for stopping by. Oh, yeah, for sure. Gotta lay off of that stuff. Currently, we're just on break. I would go with Kentucky beating Florida as well. Florida's been really inconsistent this season. Weston thinks that Louisville will win the trophy. It's so open this year. San Diego State, Rip Juice World pointing out, not fair that San Diego State hasn't lost a game and they verse small bad teams. I mean, they don't play in a good conference, but they play in a conference that's just kind of like Gonzaga's, though. Gonzaga plays in the WCC. San Diego State plays in the Mountain West. Utah State is the next closest competitive team to them. But a lot of people forget that San Diego State, back in non-conference play, they blew out Creighton by like 30. They beat Iowa by 10. And they also, they won against somebody else as well, BYU. They beat BYU, they beat Creighton, they beat Iowa. So, they're really good for a team. And those are 3 teams in the top 25 right now. They're not like top 10 teams that they took on, but still, those are teams winning like the top 25 to like up to like around like the number 15 zone. So free throws coming up at the line here by Louisville. First shot's up, first shot's good by Jordan Vora. We're going to update you guys leading scores throughout the game here. In this one, for the Cardinals, leading the way right now is Jordan Vora tonight. Big bounce back game for Vora in this one as he misses that free throw, though. He's got 19 tonight, 14 points by Dwayne Sutton, 13 by Ryan McMahon, Malik Williams, 12 points, 13 rebounds. 77-50. Now is the score. 7:20 left to go in the second half. Syracuse with the basketball. They have it top of the key. Bounce pass over to the right wing perimeter into the hands of Goodine. Goodine now. Low post. They put it up. That one no good off the backboard. Rebound Cardinals. Cardinals have it up by 27. 7 minutes remain. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely when I do have a chance. When I have a chance, I'll copy the link over tomorrow when I put together the stuff. Jumper in the key. That one no good off the mark. Ball tipped around. Gets rebound by Syracuse. Yeah, I'll see. I definitely want to use the community tab more for the weekend stuff. A lot of the stuff on the weeknights, like, I usually don't schedule my streams over on the weeknights, like how I used to, like 16 to 18 hours beforehand, just because if I have to stay late for work and like miss a game or so that's why. As we got 6:30 left to go, 77-50 to score. Cardinals with basketball now, top of the key. They have it. As that is Kimball, moves it over to the left wing, bounce pass inside, nobody there, and they clear it with backdoor cut, and Malik Williams tears it down and throws it home with a two-handed jam. This one is getting out of control. Syracuse just did not show up and did not know how to play defense tonight either. 6 minutes remain. Orange with the basketball. They have it at the right wing, passing over to Boeheim. Boeheim takes the jumper, banks it off, and that one goes up and in off the backboard, counts for 2. Jordan Vora having a great game here tonight. He has got, in this one, Hayden, he's got 19 points. So 19 tonight by Jordan Vora. As we have 5:45 left to go. Louisville just missed the jumper. Rebound by Syracuse. Hughes, past the half-court logo. Elijah Hughes passes over. That one goes over to the top of the key, into the hands of Gerard. Passes over to Hughes. Inside, low post. Elijah Hughes. Left-handed layup, no good. Tipped around. Rebounded by Malik Williams. Puts into the hands of Vora. Gets behind the defense. He's got... Oh, he should have had 21. Showboat. He misses the slam dunk. Clear slam dunk, and he missed it. Syracuse just jacks up a 3. No good. Hits the front rim when he had numbers in the transition. And he gets rebounded by Louisville. 5 minutes left to go. Cardinals with the basketball, and they call a timeout. Yeah, BYU is now ranked number 23 in the nation. Landon's pointing out here. So, let's see. Right now, we're just on break. 60-58. Close game. Thanks so much for the update, Chicago plays. Memphis up by 2 against ECU. Rip Juice we're putting out. Louisville should go to the top 10 after this game. I think they're going to have to take care of business in their next one, though, against UNC. So if they're able to win their next game, it all depends on if there's a team in front of them that slips up throughout the week, too. That's anywhere in that top 10, especially towards like the back half, like 7, 8, 9, or 10. Sorry to hear that, Miami Canes all day. He is upset right now as Loyola Chicago Ramblers blew an 11-point lead, and now they're down by 2. Sorry to hear that, bud. 79-52, 5 minutes left to go. Cardinals open jumper, they got it. Ryan McMahon, 2 more points he adds on to his total tonight. After this one, feel free to join me back. I'll be covering for the second game tonight for the doubleheader. Duke versus NC State. Make sure notifications are on. If you're new, make sure to hit the like, hit the sub here as I call play-by-play. We got a foul on the court. 81-52 is the score. Stops the clock with 4:47 left remaining. It was inside the low post. It's going to be offensive by Syracuse. So it's an offensive foul. Ball goes back to Louisville. Let's see here. Can I do an XFL game? I'm not planning on doing like football during like the XFL season just because this channel is monetized on YouTube. So I'm just focusing strictly on basketball throughout this now because this channel is monetized over on YouTube. Whereas the football channel, that one only has like 200 subs or so. Syracuse in the low post puts it up, and that one's good. Off the backboard, it counts for 2. 81-54 to score. 4:10 left remaining. As the Cardinals take the jumper, left corner jumper. That one tipped around as Williamson, his ball got deflected as he took the jump shot. Syracuse gets the ball back. Orange have it with less than 4 remaining. Boeheim jacks up a 3. He gets it at the right wing. It's 81-57. This game has been done for a long time, though. Yeah, I have no clue, Landon, what I'm going to be doing on Saturday until after I change the oil to my car and fix the brakes. I have no clue that if it'll last like a couple hours or so, or if it'll go more than that, depending on when I do start it. Louisville takes a corner 3. That one's up and that one's through. Safety comes first before streaming because I need to take my car places. Syracuse in the low post puts it up, puts it through for 2 with 3:15 left remaining. Next game, Donald, will be Duke against NC State right after this. Yes, make sure, guys, hit the like, hit the sub if you guys are new, turn on post notifications. So, if I'm not sure what my schedule is, to make sure that you get notified if I do stream or so, because I was in the same boat a couple weekends ago or so, because I think I covered only the second portion of Auburn versus Florida. About a month ago, because I was changing the brakes on the front portion of the car, but the back portion needs to be changed this week. So right now we're just on break. Great game here tonight by the Cardinals as they are exploding. 3:14 remaining on the TV timeouts. Leading scorer tonight, Jordan Nwora, got himself 19 points, 14 points, 13 rebounds by Malik Williams, 14 by Dwayne Sutton, 13 by Ryan McMahon. And yeah, how I usually craft out my streams and stuff like that, I'm definitely going to put it, the link into the Discord, into the newer streams, hopefully starting tomorrow for those. Rip Juice World putting out Kevin Ware from the Cardinals, going to be a legend. Michael Jordan said he was the best college player he has seen. Man, that was just, I have just terrible flashbacks to that injury. Man, all the injuries I've seen in sports, that had to be the worst one I've ever seen before. That was gruesome. Oof. That was just terrible. The whole bench passed out for Louisville. It happened right in front of the benches. He was trying to block a 3-point shot. 84-59 to score. Yeah, make sure, guys, join the brand on the Discord as well. Scroll up to see the link that was posted here in the chat for the Discord. Well, it's called being an adult, so it doesn't really suck that I have to do that. It's things that people have to know in life. You have to know how to change the brakes to your car. You have to know how to change your tires, change the oil to your car, because if you don't, you're spending tons and tons of money going to the auto repair shop, whereas you could do it yourself and save hundreds and hundreds of dollars or so. Right now we're just on break. Georgia up against Auburn. Thanks so much for the update, Landon. 60-53, 38 seconds left to go. Upsets all over the map. Upset City. Stadium Hall won by 2 tonight against Butler. Off a game-winning buzzer beater tip-in. And yikes. Big oof for the Providence Friars to start out against Georgetown. Georgetown leading first 4.5 minutes, 7-0 over Providence. Still got a lot of time left to go. But yeah, not a good start in the nation's capital tonight for the Providence Friars if they want to keep their tournament chances alive. Wow, Greg Robinson caught at the southern border, 157 pounds of cannabis, as he is an outside linebacker for the offensive lineman for the Browns, looking at 20 years in prison. Wow, geez. I think I saw that article published today. I didn't read it though. It's like, whoa, I was looking at the title. I was like, what is this? Crazy. So thanks so much for filling me in there, Jason. Wow. First shot, good at the free throw line by Syracuse. It's a 24-point lead now by the Cardinals. 84-60. Second shot. That one rattles around, no good. Rebound with the Cardinals. 3 minutes remaining. Louisville with the basketball. Half-court traps it up by Syracuse. They take it past the half-court logo. Moves it around to the left wing perimeter. I hopefully do plan to do something on Saturday or so. As Louisville goes inside, they put up the shot. Lots of contact. They bank it home. It counts for 2. And that one scores this. They're up by 26. And that's according to Bleacher Report. Awesome with the source there. Wow. It's crazy. No good on the and one at the line, though, by Louisville. Under 3 left to go. Wow, first thing I typed in TMZ came up with it, too. 2:45 left to go in this one. Syracuse, low post, lost control of the ball, but Louisville gets it off the steal and the key. This game has been done for a long time. Next game after this one, I'll be covering Duke versus NC State for the next game after this. I'll take like a 5 to 10 minute break. I have to set up the whole scoreboard system and everything and schedule in the video once again. So 26-point lead by the Cardinals. They just tossed it into the key. It got picked off, though. Orange with the basketball. Syracuse moves it around the perimeter to the right wing, and the ball gets tipped out of bounds, intended for Bryson Godin, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Syracuse with the ball back, so we got Louisville with the basketball. Kansas-Baylor, Landon will be doing, which is a great game over at noontime. Inbound by Louisville. Into the hands now of Darius Perry. Dribbles past the half-court logo. Moves it now over to McMahon. McMahon at the left wing. 3 for 6 in the second half. Shooting from the 3-ball. Lamar Kimball. Bounce pass to the right baseline. Ball behind his intended player. That was number 10, Samuel Williamson. Tried to pass in the key. Went behind him, though, and out of bounds. 2 minutes left to go. Syracuse will get the basketball right back. Thank you guys so much for another great stream tonight. Before you sign off, don't forget, hit the like, hit the sub. Remember to join the Discord. Hit the notification bell if anybody's new here to the channel as well. Syracuse, low post, puts up the shot. It goes up and in for 2 off the backboard for the Orange as well. Damage has been done. Louisville ran away with this one in the second half. Cardinals inbounds it. Puts it now into the hands of Kimball. Kimball with the basketball. Passes right past the half-court logo now. Perry swings it back out to the right wing. McMahon with the ball. Moves over to the left wing. Louisville just with the basketball. 18 on the shot clock. 1:25 left to go. Pass into the key. Right baseline. Williamson swings it back out on top now. Over to Kimball. Kimball takes the jumper. The shot gets blocked, but he passes it. He gets it back. Passes it back outside. Williamson takes a 3. No good off the mark. Ball goes out of bounds. Rolls out of bounds. And last touch by the Cardinals. So Syracuse will get it with the last 1:13 remaining. Awesome, man. Good job with your recaps and everything, Landon. So that's what you do over on YouTube. So last 1:13 before this game signs off. 86-62. Syracuse with it with Joe Girard. Lobs it over the top. Low post. Orange has the basketball. Backing their way in there with number 14, Jesse Edwards. Puts up the jumper. It gets tipped. It gets blocked. And it's going the other way with the Cardinals in the final minutes. They have it at the left wing with Darius Perry. Perry swings it back out to the back corner of the front court. They get it, though. We get a lot of contact with a foul from behind by the Orange. That stops the clock. Joe Girard, the freshman, picks up the foul. Yes, I'll see you later, bud, on the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by, Chicago Plays, and keep up the good work to you as well with your streaming also. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Big thank you on the channel to Jack, Jack Merriman here with a dono earlier on the channel. Gladly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the generosity. You guys were awesome tonight. Once again, big thank you and shout out as well to, I don't know anymore, setting up the Discord, man. Thanks so much for that. So, first shot, the free throw line. Louisville hits it at the line with Lamar Kimball. It's 87-62. Shot number 2, that one's good as well. 88-62. Final 50 seconds left to go. Syracuse with the basketball. Hey, welcome in, my man. Little Man No Sports. He puts out, damn, you are right. The orange is bad. This is more of just a rebuilding season for Syracuse. Defense, defense, defense. They're struggling defensively against the number 2 shooting team in the ACC. Syracuse takes the 3 top of the key. They draw it down. 88-65 the score. Yeah, I really do hope the Duke NC State game is better, but I expect Duke to win probably by 11, though. Syracuse, expect them to be much better for next season for Syracuse. They have 0 seniors on this roster, so this is basically rebuilding this year. 3 juniors in the starting 5, 1 freshman, 1 sophomore, and then a ton of freshmen and sophomores as well as bench players. Louisville was fouled. They go to the free throw line. First shot's up. 1 more point away from 90. It's 89-65. Yep, Kentucky out in front in the SEC, and Auburn losers again today against Georgia. Wow, so they dropped to 9-4. LSU just lost to Kentucky last night. And Auburn loses to Georgia 65-55. And indeed, the Cardinals hit the 90 spot on the board. 90-65. Syracuse going inside and they get fouled. I don't even know why we keep on playing right now. Yeah, great point there, Donald. Indeed, Syracuse is a young team. No seniors on the team. They do have 1 senior on the roster. He's yet to play a game this season. But this one is basically finished up, everybody. 90-66 with 90-65 with free throws coming up in just a moment. Just trying to get the Duke ESPN thing up here so I can transfer that over in just a moment. Free throw. First one's good at the line. Second one, no good by Syracuse. They get the offensive rebound, 14 seconds remaining. Moves it around the perimeter. Michigan handed Rutgers first home loss tonight. Wow, thanks so much for the update there, Little Man No Sports. So, Rutgers was 17-0 at home this season. They just lost. That's a killer for Rutgers if they want to be in the tournament, and that is the end of the ball game. Syracuse misses the 3 ball, and that is it. Next year for Syracuse, this season rebuilding, but they would have to win straight out if they wanted a chance to be in the NCAA tournament and win this game, and tonight it did not happen. Even though they have 5 easy opponents to close out their schedule for the Syracuse Orange with Georgia Tech, Pittsburgh, North Carolina, BC, and Miami, all to close out the schedule. Thank you so much for stopping by here on the channel. Gonna sign off. I'll be back in about like 8 to 10 minutes or so with the next stream. Duke versus North Carolina State for the next one. Feel free to stop on by for that one as well. As this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. I'll be back probably in about 8 to 10 minutes here. Thanks so much and enjoy the rest of your night.